Thank you for joining me for this morning's Fit Flow practice. If it's our first time meeting, my name is Helena, and I am here to help guide you through our class. And I'd like us to start lying on the back, but bringing a gentle opening into the hips. So if it feels okay, take the balls of the feet to touch. Let your knees splay open wide. And then rest your hands somewhere along your abdomen. And let the weight of the hands maybe bring some ease to your chest and to your belly. Drop into yourself and close your eyes. We have this opportunity at the first few moments of our practice to notice what we notice. So what's landed on your mat this morning? Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Trying to release any tension you've brought onto your mat with you. And even knowing that if this gentle opening through the hips ever feels like it's becoming a bit too much, deepen your breath, see if that supports you in staying there for a few more moments. Or otherwise you can just always bring the knees back in towards one another. Start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. Every breath in expanding into the rib cage and trying to sip in just a little bit more through your inhale breath. And then as you empty out, really press that last little bit of breath out of the lungs and watch how that makes space for the next one to come right back in. See if you can start to find a steadiness or a rhythm. I often find counting the breath, observing it through mind's eye, inhaling to maybe a 4 or 5 counted breath in, and 4 or 5 counted breath out. Does the breath start to shift sensation? Okay, if you've arrived on your mat, maybe feeling a little fatigued, feeling maybe a little cloudy, a little tired, maybe the breath is short or staggered, does the breath start to create a shift? Even just the quality of it, does it encourage you to feel a little more vibrant, awake, even more conscious and consciously connected to your body? This is the best way to breathe and move and support yourself through this practice, where we'll be taking some of the traditional yoga poses and adding some elements of engagement or heat. Even watching as sensation changes as we move through our class, notice what happens when you feel a sensation of effort. Maybe even challenge, watch mindfully that you're not moving or pushing or forcing yourself into a place of strain or pain. A mindful strength. Moving in alignment with the body, exactly as it is right now, recruiting the breath, paying attention to see what type of mindful strength we can build on our mats today. I keep mentioning this in a lot of my classes, that there already is an additional emotional and physical strain or stress on our bodies right now that might feel pretty foreign. So it's okay if something you could maybe do a few weeks ago is feeling more challenging now. Be gentle with yourself. but also tap into a space deep within yourself that wants to feel strong, that wants to rise above, a space and quality within you that is resilient. Explore some of these qualities and sensations within yourself right now for the next 4 or 5 breaths. Do you still have that consciousness, that steady rhythm to support you through class? Even hearing the gentle sound of the breath as it travels through the back of the throat. On your next inhale, fill up all the way to the top and then hold the lungs full. Open up your mouth and sigh your breath out. Do that retention one more time. Fill up. Inhale. Hold and pause. Open mouth. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists. Rock your head from side to side. If the knees are still open, close the legs like a book. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give the back body a gentle massage, rock side to side. And feel free to iron out the sacrum, that triangular bone through the base of the spine. You can circle the knees a few times in one direction and a few times the opposite. Keep your right knee in towards your chest, interlace your hands around your shin, kick your left heel high to the sky. Try to straighten out through the back of your left leg, flex the toes towards your face. Inhale deeply, and then exhale to lower your left heel an inch from the earth. Keep trying to press out through the left leg. Inhale, lift it up towards the sky. Exhale, lower and hover. Move on your breath. Inhale to lift. The exhale to lower and brace. If you'd like to make this a bit more challenging, a little more invigorating for the core, you can lift up through the head and neck. And try not to rock the pelvis too much forward and back. Keep drawing belly button in towards spine. The next time your left leg lowers, hold for 3. Maybe reach your arms forward and kick your right foot up for 2. If the head is lifted, lift it a tiny bit higher. Release your head down, hug your right knee in towards the chest, pull it in tight. And then let's switch the legs. Left hugs in, right to the sky. Wake up the right toes, flex them back. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower. And already here we're embracing through the abdomen, but you can still breathe, and we're igniting the right quad. Even starting to wake up the right hip flexor. Head and chest can lift up. Observing the movement, it's slow and controlled. Right leg lowers, hold.
Arms can reach forward towards the toes. Left heel can kick up towards the sky. Holding for 3. Keep the jawline relaxed. Try and keep the shoulders away from the ears. 2. Keep everything lifted. Legs can be straight or knees can be bent as you switch the legs up. And so the fuller expression is legs straight. If that starts to create a lot of shakiness through the abdomen, then bend your knees and pedal the feet out. Hands can help to support whatever expression or variation you're taking. Both legs high to the sky. Pull up a little tighter. Breathe in. Relax everything down. Let that go. Breathe out. Soften. Now, which way brings you up to a tabletop that suits you best? Rolling to the right or rocking and rolling forward and back. We meet on hands and knees. With space between your fingers, your pointer finger faces directly forward. Flip your toes back behind you if they aren't already. Press down actively through your hands. As you inhale, lift and hover your knees an inch from the earth. Keeping a micro bend to your elbows so you're not locking them out. That muscular energy supporting the joint. Space between the shoulder blades presses towards the sky. One more inhale. Soften your knees down. Roll through your cat-cows. Drop your belly, lift the heart up. Lengthen the front body. Rounding, hollow out, chin to chest. Shake the head out, yes or no. If you're familiar with your cat-cows, move with the rhythm of the breath, coming forward as you breathe in. Rounding back as you breathe out. And then wiggle anywhere else that you might need to in your body. Return to a flat back or neutral spine. And then just lift up the hands and place them back down. Maybe roll the wrists out. I like to think of the hands as kind of like suction cups, trying to pull all 5 fingertips back into center, the center of your palm, without actually lifting your knuckles up. Ground down, hover your knees. Try to keep the gaze just past your fingertips so the neck is lengthening. The option to take the right toes, point them back. Lower the right toes down if they've lifted, and sweeping left toes back. You're digging into the right a little bit more to reach back through the left. Inhale, lower right toes, pike your hips up and back, downward dog. Press through your entire palm. Press into your knuckles to send the hips back. Bring in some movement to down dog. Shake your head out, yes or no. Inhale, right leg lifts high behind. Look towards your thumbs, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Come high onto your left toes and flick your foot through. Grab your foot, pull it there. Tense your fingertips up. Light weight through the left hand. When you're ready, reach up through the right. Taking a nice open twist. Now try to scissor in through the legs a little bit more. So draw your right heel back, pull your left toes forward without actually moving them. Maybe you get lighter through your left fingertips, keeping your twist. One day releasing your fingertips from the earth and hovering. Stay really high onto your back toes, breathe in. Look down, release the gaze down, plant both hands down. Inhale, swing your right leg up and back to a 3-legged downward dog. Roll your right hip to open. And then your knee is the top of a point. Start to circle your knee one way, so sweep it all the way out, down and around. Move a few times one direction. We're engaging the glute to help move the thigh. And then circle your knee the opposite direction. Right knee high to the sky, inhale. Look forward, step your foot through, exhale. Back foot steps to the top of your mat. Lift up and out, flatten your back, open your heart. Fold back in, drop your head. Strong legs to stand, rise up, sweep up. Give your arms a good shake out. Let that go. And then rock forward and back into your feet. Just awakening through the arches, your big toe mound. Spread the toes out, fan them into the earth. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Stacking the spine. Awareness to your breath. Strong through the legs, root them down. Reach your arms up, breathe in. Big dive forward, breathe out. Hands to shins, lift up, flat back. Crown reaches forward, shoulders draw back. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Step yourself back into plank position. Shoulders on top of wrists. Hips and shoulders in line. Your modification is taking your knees down. How is your breath right now? So even with the knees down, maybe tense your right fingers and try to tap your left shoulder. Release the right hand back down, tense your left fingers. Try not to let the hips move too much. Work on tapping the right shoulder. Lower your left hand, breathe in, pike your hips back, downward dog, breathe out. Empty, exhale. A little bend or bounce through the knees. Try to release tension in the head and neck so your downward dog can feel a bit more fluid. Find some ease throughout the effort of your practice. Left leg high behind, reach it up. Left knee to chest, hold in, squeeze in, flicker step it through. Grab your foot, pull it there. Left knee is on top of the ankle, stack your joints. Then pat up your fingertips. Sweep your left arm to the sky. You can stay really high on your back right toes. Try to hug the feet in towards one another without actually moving them. Do you feel how that helps to engage in through the pelvic floor? When you're ready, left arm stretches out, gazing to it. Let your weight into the right hand. One day keeping the right hand just an inch away from the earth, if that's available to you. And really strong through the legs, steady through your breath. Take both hands to the earth. Sweep your left leg high behind, three-legged downward dog. Roll that hip to open and find the knee as the highest point. Start to create the circles with the thigh, taking it down, up and around. Reverse the circle, move the opposite direction. Straighten your left leg out, breathe in. Look forward, step your foot through, breathe out. Right foot to the top of your mat. Flatten your back and lift your chest. Soft bend through the knees, fold to bow. Rise up, strong legs. Inhale, gaze to the sky. Exhale, hands to hair, hands to heart center. Float your hands by your sides. Again, readjust the feet, find your roots, spread your toes. Cleanse a breath. Do you still have the steadiness to your rhythm? Recount the inhale. Count your exhale. Let's take hands to prayer and heart center. Lift the heart up into your thumbs. Then bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair. Bum pulls back behind you. Can you still see all 10 of your toes? And if you want to make this a bit more engaging, keep the crown of your head reaching forward as you stick your bum back. Maybe your belly comes onto your thighs. You can airplane the arms out towards the side. A bit of a deeper squat, that last expression, arms reaching forward. One more inhale. Hinge forward, bow, exhale, empty. Halfway lift. Bend your knees and ground your palms. Play with jumping backs. You set the hands, you press your hands into the earth. Try and pike your hips high and step, walk, or hop to plank. Knees lifted or lowered, tapping right hand to left shoulder. Lower the right hand, inhale, option to take the left. Both hands plant down, high to low push-up. Let's come onto the belly. Elbows hug into your side body. Point your toes, slide your thumbs back. As you lift your heart up halfway, can you press more through the tops of your feet, that your kneecaps lift up and your thighs press down to come up all the way. Then try to think about those upper arm bones, drawing back and slingshotting your heart forward. Gaze can lift, upward dog. Pike your hips back in space, downward dog. Empty with the breath. And press the breath out all the way to the bottom. Make space for the next one to come in. Inhale, floating right leg high. It's time to bring your right knee in towards your chest. Shift forward, weight to your hands. Kick the right leg up and back. Right knee to chest, maybe one day right knee to nose. Send the right leg high behind, inhale. Look forward, swing or step your right foot through, grab it to pull it there. Tense your fingers, come up to crescent lunge, lift your torso. Sweep your arms. Cleanse the breath. Inhale, straighten the right leg, and then exhale, bend the right leg. Inhale to straighten, exhale to bend. And then choosing, like yogi's choice, pace as fast or as slow as you'd like. And if the arms extending is straining the shoulders or it helps to balance you, your hands can be placed on your hips. Lunge through the front knee. Take your hands to prayer and heart center. Lean yourself forward. Feel length come into your lower back. Start to twist towards the right side. So we've got that like hovering position. Maybe the right hand can come onto your low back, left hand to the outer edge of your right knee. Then slowly slide the left hand down, deepen your twist. Back leg stays engaged. Keep hugging in through pelvic floor. The arms one day airplane out. So right arm to the sky, left arm to the earth. One more round. Return up to center, breathe in. Take your back foot, step it forward, chair pose. Even weight through the feet. Belly on thighs, slowly sinking into it, arms reaching forward, option. And then catch yourself, come all the way down onto the bum, use your hands to support you if you need to. Hands to thighs, lift up your shins, boat pose, Navasana. Now this is when we start really tapping into our heat. Acknowledge again the space you arrived in when you started your practice. The shifts you're working with in alignment with the body. You're slowly making, honor that or build from it. Where are you right now? Stay upright or flow through, come down into your low boat. Reach the legs out, lower the chest down, come back up, inhale. You can use fingertips to the earth for better balance or arms reaching out and in. Go for 3. We all meet upright, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Maybe there's some space back behind you to take a rock and roll. Rock back, rock forward, cross your ankles, plant your hands in front of you. If you're working to jump back from here, you lift into the feet, press into the feet, press into your hands to step or hop the feet back to plank. I'll do the modified expression. Skip this all together if you like, or hold plank for 5 breaths. Right hand, left shoulder. Lower your right hand, left hand, right shoulder. Lower your left, high to low push up. Cobra or upward dog. Upper arm bones back, chest forward. Exhale, down dog, empty. And if downward dog maybe does not necessarily feel restful before we go on to the next side, sip water, take child's pose, give yourself that cleansing moment to reset. That's the best way to, again, continue to move in alignment with your body, supporting yourself through a little more of an athletic practice. Come back to downward dog if you're ready. Float the left leg high behind. Left knee to chest and hold. As you tuck the knee in towards your chest, try to keep the heel in towards your bum. Inhale, send it high. Reach it back. Knee to nose. Knee to chest, hug in. Inhale, send it back. Look forward. Swing or step it through. Adjust the base through your feet, especially if between your feet is a little bit narrow. Set it a little wider for better balance. Lift your torso. Stay high to back toes. Square off through your hips. Option to extend the arms. Or maybe keep them rooted. Straighten the left leg. Breathe in. And then bend. Move a couple times in unison with your breath. Inhale, straightening. Exhale, bending. Maybe it gets a little faster. One more cycle in and out. You're going to take your hands to prayer. Lean yourself forward. See if you can feel a long line from the back of the head to the back of your right heel. That's a nice diagonal. Twist towards the left. Left hand to lower back, right hand to left thigh, sinking down. A little bit of leverage of your left knee pressing into your arm. Your arm pressing back into the knee. That will help you twist a tiny bit deeper. Arms can float out. Can you still hear the sound of your inhale? Deep exhale, look down, come back through to center. Take your back foot, step it forward, find your chair. Belly onto thighs. Knees behind toes. Airplane your arms out. Reach the arms forward. Holding chair for 5 breaths. If it's in your practice to take crow pose, the arms reaching out, the hands would plant past the feet, hands to shoulder distance. Try to rock forward into your toes to lift up your heels. Maybe the knees connect to the backs of your arms and you're holding there for 3 breaths. If you're going a little farther, stacking elbows over wrists, squeeze your bum. And then try to lift the heels up. Even if you're in chair, one more breath. Ground your feet if they've lifted, and let's all fall back onto the bum, catch yourself. Find your thighs. Lift your heart up. Plug the shoulders down your back. Lean back, lift up the heels, lift up your toes. And knowing that you can even just keep your hands bracing on your thighs and stay upright. How's the pace of your breath? Does it invite you to maybe do high to low boat, so lowering and lifting? Maybe if you started doing that and realized it was maybe a bad idea, you've got one more breath wherever you are. Working on our jump back, space behind you. Get some momentum, rock yourself back. When you rock forward, cross your ankles, reach your hands out, step, walk, or hop. Feet to plank. And you can always even swing your legs around. Building strength in the upper arm bones, hold plank for 5 breaths, even if your knees are lowered. Perhaps even just tabletop for 5 breaths. Or working tense right fingers, tap left shoulder. Lower your right hand, lift up the left, touch the right. Lower down, chaturanga push-up, exhale. Cobra or upward dog. Think about the neck getting longer, the crown of the head reaches up, press into your feet. Hips to heels, child's pose, big toes together. Rest your head, rest your forehead. Notice the heart rate. With your eyes closed, awareness inwards. Perhaps you can even feel the heart pulsating through your body. And what sensation does that create for you? What is your connection to that sensation? You know, for me, the words invigorated, vibrant, alive, awake always come to my forefront, but what's on yours? Even if it's a little bit of an uncomfortable sensation, sometimes that's like a sign or signal from the body communicating back to us that moving like this more often would be beneficial. Come forward into tabletop. Spread your fingers. On your next inhale, reach the right leg behind you. The right heel stays in line with the right hip. The crown of your head reaches past your fingers. And then just pulse the right leg, lift and lower. It's going to be as slow as controlled, as small or as big, or as fast as you like. Keep just squeezing the right bum. So we're not moving the rib cage or the torso. Arm bones stay straight. Just lifting and lowering, recruiting the back of the right leg. Bring your right knee in towards your chest, squeeze it in, and then flicker step your right foot through. Grab it, pull it there. Tented fingers. Perhaps even some cushion under your left knee if you need to. Sink forward into your hips. Try not to let the right knee pass the ankle, so shimmy the foot farther forward if you need to. Press into your fingertips, pull your hips back in space. The option to flex the right toes. Don't worry about your right leg being straight. Inhale, shift forward, lunge through the front knee. Exhale, pull back. Right toes can flex. One more time. Lunge into the front leg. Take 4 or 5 breaths. If your hips are open today and you want to bring the right hand to the inside of your right foot, sinking your chest down a little deeper, that's okay too. Every pose, trying to work consciously to move in alignment with the body in a way that supports it, works with it, rather than against it. Right hand will come back to the outside of your right foot. Lift the back knee, step yourself back to downward dog. Let this go. Be bending your knees deeply, swaying your hips. If you still feel like you have energy to flow and move through, take high to low push-up. This is just an option, not a must. We meet together in tabletop. Soften your knees to the earth. And lift up the hands, roll out your wrist, and then place them back down with your hands that are like suction cups. Pull the fingertips in. press the arm bones down without locking your elbows. Now kind of cough your ribs in a little bit. The front ribs hug into the back ribs. We want to keep that contained. Left leg moves back behind you. Did your belly sag down or arch down? Hug it in. Pulse the left leg. And sometimes it's nice in a yoga practice when everything is really still and consistent and we hold poses. Sometimes it feels good to pulse or move and just use the muscles, activate them in a different way. Left knee to chest. Flicker step it through. Tented fingers. The option for cushion under the right knee, even if it's just the outer edge of your mat. So you lunge forward into the left knee. It doesn't pass the ankle. Draw your hips back in space. Flex left toes. Rock forward, breathe in. Beautiful. Rock back, breathe out. One or two more times on your own. The next time you shift forward, hold it. Left hand can move to the inside. Support yourself with the breath. Sip it in. And lightly press it out. And watch how a more regulated breath can help to even regulate the heartbeat as it pulsates through the body. Left hand to the outside of the foot. Lift your back knee. Step back to downward dog. Maybe one final chaturanga push-up. Roll into the hands. Plank. Even the knees can drop. Look past your mat. Lengthen the spine. Lower down. Cobra or upward dog. Feet and hands press so much that maybe you lift off the pelvis. Exhale to child's pose. Rest. The option to turn your palms up towards the sky. Take some pressure off the wrists. Roll your forehead out, rock side to side. Make your way onto the bum. Stretch your legs in front of the body. Keep a micro bend through your knees to rock your pelvis forward. So you almost want that sensation that you're trying to stick your bum out behind you. Lead with your chest forward. Maybe straighten the legs out a little bit more as you flex the toes back towards your face. You've got a long line from the ears, the shoulders, and the hips. Press your hands down into the earth. Dandasana, staff pose. Lengthen the crown of your head up. So cinching in through the waist to get a little taller, but can you still breathe with that sensation of light engagement? Looking to find the balance in every pose. Tiptoe your fingers forward. Stop when you feel just enough sensation. Breathe in, lengthen your spine, maybe peel your chest up a little bit more. Stick the bum out a little farther behind you. Dig into your heels, bow forward a little deeper. Do that one more time. Lift the heart. Stick your bum back. Pull into your heels. Release. Let it go. Find steady breath, bringing the pace of the practice down so it moves through a whole cycle. Beginning, high point in the middle, slow it down, cool it down, bring it to an end. The practice feels complete. And perhaps that's what also allows the body to feel really satisfied when we leave our mat. Lift your gaze, lift your chest, shimmy yourself forward, roll down carefully onto your back. Hug your knees into the chest. Circle them a few times one way. And a few times the opposite direction. Take your hands behind your thighs, kick your heels up towards the sky. Point and flex your toes, roll your ankles out. Don't worry even so much about your legs being straight. Keep them loosely bent. Try and find a place for a few moments where you can feel the sensation of your heels hovering over your body, even if that means holding your thighs with your hands. Take 5 slow, steady breaths. The end of your 5th exhale, shake your legs out, hug your knees in. Take any other final movements that support you to take rest in Shavasana, stretching your legs and your arms out. Palms facing the sky, loop the shoulders down the back, open the heart center. Looking to bring the body as neutral as possible, as aligned as possible. Lightly tuck the chin, lengthen the back of your neck. If you feel safe and it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. Cleansing breath in. Open your mouth, let it out. One more inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Let the body rest, well deserved. In Shavasana, not like sleeping, there's still a presence. There's still a sense of attention, but deeply relaxed. We'll explore over the next few minutes the sensations and shifts you've been able to cultivate on your mat this morning. How does the body feel? Gently explore this through mind's eye. Know that my voice will bring you back.
Your breath will start to deepen. As you come back into the body, back into this space, some gentle movement, wiggling your fingers and toes. Can you know that deep within yourself, deep within the core of your being, rests the qualities of both being active and passive? Rock your head side to side, roll out the wrists, what feels good? Maybe it's a good morning stretch, arms reaching overhead, lengthen and reach, tall, inhale. Soften everything, exhale, draw your knees in, give yourself an embrace. Roll onto your right or left side, use your arm as a pillow, pause for a moment. Always a moment here just to acknowledge your efforts, your commitment to showing up. We'll meet together in seated. Sit with your legs crossed. That little sensation of trying to rock forward to stick the bum back, lift your chest up. Find a tall seat. Sweep your arms overhead, breathe in. Pull your hands down through to heart center. Humble your head down towards your heart. Thank you so much for moving with me this morning, breathing consciously, sustaining this community and this practice together, recognizing the best within us all. Namaste. Thank you for a wonderful Fit Flow practice this morning. I hope you all feel rejuvenated and kind of pumped. Thank you.